Imagine waking up to news that Antarctica, the vast frozen fortress at Earth's southern tip, has completely melted. Picture every skyscraper perched on the edge of a new shoreline, entire nations swallowed by an advancing ocean, and a globe unrecognizable from the one we call home. Antarctica holds about 30 million cubic kilometers of ice, 90% of the planet's ice and 70% of its freshwater. If it vanished, global sea levels would surge 58 meters. That's enough to drown Miami up to Orlando, transform Manhattan into a submerged relic, and turn Bangladesh into a bay. What happens when 2/3 of your city goes underwater overnight? Millions would flee their homes, sparking the largest migration crisis in human history. But the drama doesn't end there. As that colossal ice load lifts from the crust, the land beneath rebounds, up to 7.5 centimeters per year for the first millennia. Imagine coastlines shaking themselves free of centuries of pressure, thrusting land upward as the seas lap ever higher. Even as some regions rise, others buckle under the weight of redistributed water, spawning earthquakes and altering fault lines. The Earth itself groans in response to a missing continent of ice. Beneath Antarctica's white expanse lies a hidden kingdom of more than 100 volcanoes. With the ice gone, the pressure drops, magma chambers expand, and ancient giants could awaken. Explosive eruptions would spew ash high into the sky, darkening the poles and trapping heat, ironically accelerating nearby melt. Volcanic CO2 emissions join human greenhouse gases, creating feedback loops that push warming beyond anything in the climate models we trust today. Centuries after the final iceberg calved, the runaway melt might gift Antarctica with its first tundra. Hardy mosses already edge out from beneath retreating glaciers. Pearlwort and hair grass thrive in meager summer thaws. Give them open soil and slightly warmer summers, and these pioneers seed the start of polar meadows. Lichen-encrusted plains could spread across ancient river valleys, and over millennia, a patchwork of hardy shrubs might paint the continent green, though full forests remain a distant dream under endless winter night. Could humanity stake a claim in this new land? High-tech domes with hydroponic farms, geothermal power stations tapping reactivated volcanoes, airlocks to keep brutal winds at bay. Yes, in theory. But even with the most advanced engineering, perpetual darkness stretches for months. Supplies must cross vast oceans, and every settlement becomes an island of civilization in an alien world. The cost and isolation make large-scale colonization more fantasy than frontier. Why dwell on this apocalyptic scenario? Because each meter of sea level rise we trigger today locks in the loss of coastal cities, agricultural heartlands, and vital ecosystems. To avoid even a fraction of Antarctica's full melt, we must slash emissions, protect critical ice shelves, and invest in carbon removal. Now, every choice we make ripples through centuries, determining whether future maps show thriving coastlines or flooded deserts. So ask yourself, if your hometown faced a permanent shoreline shift of several blocks, what would you pack? How would governments cope with trillions in losses? Could we unite to preserve the frozen heart of our planet? That's the story unfolding right now. Antarctica's fate hangs in the balance, and ours rides on every fraction of a degree we prevent it from warming.